The graduating class. The Mount Blue the Mount Blue High School cheerleaders and coach would like to take a few minutes before today's game to honor and thank this year's graduating seniors and exchange students. We want you to know we appreciate your dedication to the cheer program and thank you for representing Mount Blue with such enthusiastic school spirit. Best of luck to you all in your future endeavors. And now for the senior cheerleaders. First, for our exchange students, Yeonsul Chu. Yeonsul is a daughter of In Young Lim and Sung Chu. Her host parent is Angelica Levy. She plans to go to college. She wants to learn more, further herself, and learn more languages. She is very passionate about learning, and Yeonsul would like to thank her host family and real family. Joining her this evening is her host parents, Angelica Levy. Congratulations, Yeonsul. The other exchange student is Ing Song Krasin. Ing's host parent is also Angelica Levy. Next year, she will go back to Thailand and study for her bachelor's degree at Chokolkorn University. She would like to thank her host family for always taking care of her, her host sibling Yoon, who is her friend all the time, their cheer team for making this year so much fun and unforgettable, her friends for always being friendly and kind to her, and for her family in Thailand for always supporting her. Joining Ing this evening are her host mom and her host sibling Yoon. Let's hear it for Ing. Now, for the senior cheerleaders. First, we have Tabitha Fry. Tabitha is a daughter of Holly and Ron, and stepdad is Ryan. After graduation, she plans to attend college for nursing. She would like to thank her mom for being there through everything, Jess Merrill for being her second mom and helping her get to where she is today and letting her join her and her family on family camping trips and just to go everywhere with them. Ryan Haley for stepping up and being the fatherly role for her after her father passed away. She'll never be able to thank you for all that you have taught her to do and help her accomplish. And finally, Ryan M. and Tasha T. for letting her use the fields for her senior photos and not getting sick of her throughout the years. Joining Tabitha on the field this evening are Holly, Ryan Haley, Jess Merrill, Ryan Medor, Natasha Tyler. Congratulations, Tabitha. Next, we have Naomi Lane. Naomi is the daughter of Jamie Lane and Daniel Pinkham. Next year, she plans to attend Washington County Community College for diesel mechanics. Naomi would like to thank her parents, Avery Oliver and Alexis Wood, for sticking with her through her cheer career, her brother for always showing up, and for her boyfriend, Christopher. Joining Naomi this evening are her mom, Daniel, her dad, Jamie, her boyfriend, Christopher, her brothers, Jeffrey and Trey, and her best friends, Alexis and Avery. Congratulations, Naomi. The next senior to recognize is Avery Oliver. Avery is the daughter of Crystal Oliver and Dennis Oliver. After graduation, she plans to go to UMF to get her degree in elementary education to teach third grade. She would like to thank her mom and her dad for supporting her through her entire life, through thick and thin. Her brother Wyatt for keeping the household interesting, and all of her coaches throughout the years of cheerleading and encouraging her to keep going. Her foster tech instructor for helping her see her creative side through a different lens, and her boyfriend Caleb for being there and supporting her even when cheering doesn't seem very safe. Joining Avery this evening are her mom, dad, brother Wyatt, and boyfriend Caleb. Let's hear it for Avery. Our last senior cheerleader to honor this evening is Alexis Wood. Alexis is the daughter of Fred Smith and stepmom Amber Smith. After she graduates in January, she plans on starting college classes and will start nursing school in the fall. Alexis would like to thank her dad for always being there for her, and she is thankful for her stepmom for getting her into cheering in the third grade, and to all the coaches who have helped her over the years. Joining Alexis this evening are dad Fred, stepmom Amber, stepsister Abby and Lexi, sister Breland, niece Emerson, Graham and Gramp, friends Paige, and boyfriend Nicholas. Congratulations, Alexis. Let's have a final round of applause for all the senior cheerleaders. Congratulations and best of luck to you all. Can I have all the senior cheerleaders kind of go off to the side for one photo together? Please and thank you. The Mount Blue High School football program would like to take a few minutes here before today's game to honor and thank this year's graduating seniors. We want you to know that we appreciate your dedication to our football program and thank you for the time and effort you have invested in to be the best you can be. Best of luck to you in all your future endeavors. And now for the senior class. First, we have Chris Davison. Chris is the son of Elizabeth Montoya and Matthew Davidson. He plans to study metal fabrication at Washington County Community College next year. Chris would like to thank his family, his friends, his girlfriend, and the coaching staff, but a special thanks to his lineman coach and physical therapist, Sean Moore and Justin Longhurst. Joining Chris this evening are his mom, Elizabeth Montoya, dad, Drew Blanchette, grandma, Alicia Browning, meme, Trey Davison, grandpa, Dan Perkins, brother, Caden Davison, sister Chloe Grace, and girlfriend Naomi Lane. Congratulations, Chris. Next, we have Gary Harkins. Gary is the son of Gary and Candace Harkins. Next year, he plans to attend college to further his education in electrical power. Gary would like to thank his parents for always supporting him and being his biggest fan. He would like to thank his girlfriend for supporting him and always coming to his games. He'd also like to thank his sister for always being helpful and making sure he's prepared for game day. Finally, he'd like to thank Coach Moore for his commitment to us since third grade and the new coaching staff for reviving Mount Blue football. Joining Gary this evening are his dad, Gary Harkins, mom, Candace Harkins, and sister, Haley Harkins. Let's give a round of applause to Gary. Now we have Joseph Hayden. Joey is the son of Ashley and Joe Hayden. Following graduation, he plans to attend college to become a wildlife biologist and continue playing football. Joey would like to thank Coach Moore for seeing his true potential and believing in him even when he did not believe in himself. You push him to be better as a player and a person. I'm proud to have played for you and even prouder to have learned from you. Thank you for everything. He would also like to thank the other coaches he played for. They have shaped him into the football player he is today. Thanks to his grandfather for coming to all of his games and donating to the football team. Dad, thank you for being the loudest voice in the stands. Your cheers, your sideline coaching, and your full volume pride have meant the world to him. He was on the field, but you were right there with him every step of the way. Love you, Coach Dad. And Mom, thank you for being my biggest fan, loudest cheerleader, and constant support. Your love, support, and sacrifice have meant more to him than he could ever say. Tonight isn't just about football. It's about everything you've done to help me get here. I'm so proud to be your son. Joining Joey this evening are his mom, his dad, his sister Emma, his grandfather Joe Hayden, his aunt Heather, his uncle Andrew, and her boys Andrew and Henry, as well as his girlfriend Callie. Congratulations, Joey. Our next senior is Jacob Martin. Jake is the son of Janet Martin, Robert Martin. Following graduation, he plans a career in the Marine Corps. He would like to thank his parents for supporting him and guiding him, his sister Ruby for always being there for him, his coaches for teaching him the value of hard work and commitment, his teammates for always pushing him to be better. Joining Jake this evening are his mom Janet Martin, his dad Robert Martin, little sister Ruby Martin, and friend Derek Williams. Congratulations, Jake. Next, we have Keegan Parker. Keegan is the son of Ashley Smith. He plans to attend college next year, but is not sure yet where he will go. Keegan would like to thank Miss Joseph, Miss Jakes, Miss Gurney, Miss Bran, Miss Judkins, Cat Lady, my grandparents Mimi and Poppy, and his friends. Joining Keegan this evening are his mom, Ashley, Aunt Megan, Uncle Will, Cousin Brody, and brother Lucian. Let's have a big round of applause for Keegan. Our next senior is Joey Radcliffe. Joey is the son of Peter and Jennifer Radcliffe. He plans to join the workforce upon graduation. Joey would like to thank his mom and dad, his sister Megan, his grandparents Mike and Linda Collins, his aunt Carly Collins, and Coach Sean Moore, who has been his coach since he started playing football. Joining Joey on the field this evening are his parents Pete and Jen, his sister Megan, and his grandparents Mike and Linda, his aunt Carly, and his brothers Sam and Nick. Congratulations, Joey. Our next senior is Nick Radcliffe. Nick is the son of Peter and Jennifer Radcliffe. Following graduation, he plans to attend KVCC for electrical. Nick would like to thank all the coaches that got him to where he is today. Coach Moore for teaching him everything he knows and being there since 3rd grade. His parents for pushing and supporting him all the way through. Also, Coach Collins for coming back to Mount Blue to bring back Mount Blue football. Joining Nick today are his parents Jen and Pete Radcliffe, his grandparents Mike and Linda Collins, girlfriend Alexis Woods, brother Sam and Joey Radcliffe, and sister Megan Radcliffe. Now let's have a round of applause for Nick. The final senior we have tonight to honor is Sam Radcliffe. Sam is also the son of Peter and Jennifer Radcliffe. Next year, he plans to go to college for physical therapy. Sam would like to thank his dad, his dad and mom, Pete and Jen, his sister Megan, and his grandparents Mike, Linda Collins, and Aunt Carly Collins, and Coach Sean Moore, who has been his coach since he started playing football, and help him through physical therapy and been his lifting coach. Joining Sam this evening are his parents Pete and Jen, sister Megan, grandparents Mike and Linda, Aunt Carly, and brothers Sam and Nick. Let's hear it for Sam. If we could have the senior football players go out together for one picture together as well, too. And let's have one final round of applause for all our senior football players.
Mount Blue TV Sports is brought to you by these generous sponsors. Origin USA, built to believe. Edward Jones Financial Advising. Franklin County Children's Task Force. Franklin Savings Bank. Literacy Volunteers of Franklin and Somerset Counties. Maine Health. Maine Retirement Annuities. The Rotary Club of Farmington. Skowhegan Savings Bank. Jocko Fuel. Hard work, clean fuel, no excuses.
Welcome to Caldwell Field for tonight's contest between the Mount Blue Cougars and the Winthrop Ramblers. Here with Coach D. Galen Darenpool. Coach, it's senior night. They're all coming out and starting tonight. And Winthrop, last time, according to our statistician, last time Mount Blue Winthrop played a varsity football game was 1968. So, been a long time coming.
I'm going to age myself, but my brother Jason was probably on that team that played in 1968 against Winthrop Ramblers. Winthrop's Class D school. I've watched a lot of film on them over the past week. They're good. There's no other way to put it. They've got two running backs. I'm looking at the Mount Blue roster. Carter Rand and Ross Fickthorn. Either one of those guys can take it to the house on any given play. They're big, they're fast. Mount Blue's got their work cut out for them tonight.
So, being senior night, obviously, they were announced early, and hope people tuned in and saw that. A lot of good players and good memories of that group of kids. But tonight, it's all about consistency. We've noticed the last couple of weeks they've started right off, taking the first drive down the field, put it in the end zone, jumped out to a lead, and then they kind of like back off a little. So
yeah, they can't do. We talk about this team and Coach Q, who I coached with here at the high school.
We're going to do the national anthem. We'll be right back. All right, we're back.
Yeah, as I was saying, Coach Q, who I coached with, when we first started building the team, he said, we don't have enough horses right now to not be perfect. If we're going to win, we've got to be perfect. This team has some talent, but they can't make those mistakes that they've made in the past couple of weeks, the penalty that cost them a first down or that turnover that at the goal line, one of those simple mistakes. They can't make those. They've got to be closer to perfect.
And a lot of times those simple mistakes become cumulative too.
Right.
You know, you're running well, you're averaging, say 4 yards a carry, and it's 3rd and 2. You jump off sides. Now it's 3rd and 7, and at 3rd and 7,
It's
now
a
it
little more
changes
difficult.
everything about you. So we have Reed Cozano, Gary Harkins, Nick Ratcliffe, and Joe Hayden out right now at midfield for the coin toss. While they're doing that, let's talk a second about our sponsors. Origin USA, Jocko Fuel, Edward Jones Financial Advisor Kirk Doyle, Franklin County Children's Task Force, Franklin Savings Bank, Literacy Volunteers of Franklin and Somerset Counties, Maine Health, Maine Retirement and Annuities, Rotary Club of Farmington, and Skowhegan Savings Bank. Thank you guys very much for your donations that allow us to reach the people during these games. And I still hear from people all over the place, guys that are deployed, grandparents who are living out of state, and they're very, very appreciative. So
Absolutely.
Cougars are making their way out to greet their captains. Winthrop the same on the other side. Winthrop is a physically big team. You know, I mean, a lot of tall, big bodies. We played them last year at the 8th grade level, and they had a couple of kids who looked like high schoolers. I mean, obviously they weren't their 8th graders, but something in the water down there too.
Right. And we just, we're building the program. We heard it during the senior, when they read the senior statements, and they were all talking about the fact that Mount Blue football's being revived, that it's going in the right direction. So I think with that attitude and with the players that you've got coming up, I think good things are on the horizon for Mount Blue football.
Absolutely. So Lucas Rice and Brody Adams back deep, waiting for the Cannon Smith kickoff to get this one underway. There's a whistle. He's going to approach. He's going to be short and to the right. It's a straight up the middle run. And a couple of people get plowed, and this could be business early for Winthrop. They're going to get the ball carrier Tristan Ortiz down, but he's going to rumble about 65 and set it up at 1st and goal scenario.
And this young man did not hesitate. And that's how you return a kick. You just attack.
Straight line, 100 miles an hour.
100 miles an hour. You're going to deliver the hit. You're not going to take the hit.
So Winthrop's going to start here. 1st and goal from just right at the 5. So Mount Blue with a defensive test here early. Line up in that eye. Ball's on the ground. Nick Ratcliffe's there.
Quarterback
Along
Fife.
with Sam Ratcliffe, but quarterback gets back on it.
Fife was quick to jump on that.
So a loss of a couple brings up 2nd and a long 7. Here at Mount Blue, 7 for Winthrop. Quick inside handoff, and a host of Cougars are going to stand them up.
Nicely done.
Dylan Gray shoots up and closes that gap.
Chris Davidson in on that tackle, too, for the Cougars. Quinn Ryan, a sophomore, in there on that.
So 3rd and 7 here. And the first down marks the goal line, so 3rd and goal from the 7. Here's the snap, back to pass, looking right. And the ball's hit at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I don't know who tipped it. Joe Hayden's on that side. Let's see if he's the one.
Yep, Big Paw came
Yep.
up and batted it down there. And that brings up a 4th down and goal from the 7.
This Cougar defense was backs against the wall, is standing pretty tall right now.
Well, it's penetration. If you have penetration, good things going to happen for your defense. So Winthrop will reach into its bag of tricks here. Shotgun split back to pass. Thrown in the corner. That's going to be too
That's going to
deep.
be over the top.
And Mount Blue's going to take over on downs.
Mount Blue holes.
So when you start there, that was 1st and goal from the 5 after getting punched right in the mouth on a kick return. They set their feet. They actually pushed them back 2 or 3 yards, and Mount Blue's going to take over.
And that's putting Winthrop into a situation where they feel like they have to pass might be a winning strategy. This quarterback, I saw him throw a lot of touchdowns, but he does tend to throw it deep and wait for his receivers to run under it. They just ran out of real estate there.
So inside handoff, Dylan Gray, he's going to power ahead and probably pick up short yardage, maybe 2 yards. They're going to mark him about 2.5 yards. It's going to bring up 2nd, short 8, long 7 here. Ball's out on the 9. Another quick handoff. And Reed Kuzno is going to have 1st down yardage.
That's how you bring
He
it.
fires out across the 15 and 20-yard line and out to the 21.
Watch this great block here, right there. That was the block that sprung it for the 1st down. Is that Dylan Gray?
That was Dylan Gray.
Dylan
Gray with a great downfield block. I always used to tell him, if you want to carry it, you got to block for
You
it.
got a block for it.
Handoff inside to Gray. That's going to be tough sledding right there.
Yeah, that was run right into the heart of that defense. That's pretty stout defense.
Well, they had shifted left, and they were coming that way anyway. So,
and as you said, they are not small up front.
that's going to bring up 2nd and just over 10 here. Kuzno's going to go forward. He's going to pick up about 3, and that's going to put him back to a manageable 3rd and about 8, between 7.5 and 8 yards here. So big play here for the Cougars.
Yeah, they need to get this drive, keep it going.
Pistol formation. There's a shotgun. Quick throw to Cannon Smith. Cannon Smith's going to, we're going to see where they mark him.
And it looks like it's good for the 1st down.
Looks like it's 1st down. It is first down. They signal. So snap throw from Hawkins to a little hitch route right there. Cannon Smith hits the sticks, gets the ball, both hands on the ball, keeping control, and falls forward. And that's 1st down yardage for the Cougars.
And if those corners are going to drop back like that on those little hitch routes, they're going to be there all night.
Absolutely. And a hitch will lead to a wheel at some point. We'll be down the sideline. So slot and wide left. Harkins back to pass again. Another quick throw. And that went to Carter Meter. And Meter was just ready to run before he secured the football.
He knew he had room to work with, but you gotta catch it before you run it.
But I like Mount Blue attacking the fringes a little bit here. That's going to open up some things.
100%.
Harkins keeps it. He's going to run it himself. He's going to pick up. And he might even lose a foot. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 11 here for the Cougars. Ball out at the 33-yard line. 7:44 on the clock. If nothing else, they'll change possession,
Right.
change field position here. As
Absolutely.
remember, this started down at the 5-yard line, so
Definitely flipping it a little bit.
people all over the place. Harkin's going to turn, and he was throwing it to Wrigley, but it's just no, he was throwing it to Braden Simmons. I think Simmons is wearing 6. So it's 4th down, and they're going to be punting here.
Again, that was a catchable ball for the Cougars.
Ball's blocked, punt's blocked, and it's going to be down right there, as there was a group from the right side that came in. And Winthrop's going to take over at the 20, Mount Blue 21. So he wanted to swap field position. It didn't work out that way.
You can't always get what you want, according to the Rolling Stones.
They were probably 63 years old when Mount Blue opened.
Correct.
Well, last played Winslow in 68. Inside handoff. And
Ross Fickthorn.
Victorn rushes, picks up about 4. So it's 2nd and 6 now. 6:34 on the clock. Pickhorn again. Comes up, and he's going to be tough to bring down, but he does go down.
He's a tough runner.
He's going to pick up about 3, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4.
Yeah.
Andre said Mike Ulster. Yeah, he wore 42.
That's right. He
Or
did.
40 also, I should say.
Also. Yeah, Fickthorn's a tough runner. He was one of the kids that I mentioned before we got started here. And he's more of the power back. 8, Carter Rand is your speed back. And I imagine they'll go sweep to Rand right here.
Inside handoff to Wren. He's going to be brought down immediately by a group of Cougars. Joe Hayden, 2 or 3 linebackers got involved.
Yeah, Mount Blue played that really well. Steve Galkowski was on the edge on that and turned it right inside.
Roman Galkowski was.
That's right.
I got to say it because you
Galkowski.
guys give me business because I say Dane Kuzno. So
True story.
So it's 4th and 4 here. Another big play for the Cougar defense. Back to pass. And the ball's going to sail high as Joe Hayden was in the backfield, putting the pressure on the quarterback. It's going to be turnover on downs again.
Once again, Cougar defense stands stout.
They had that post route running, and it was just too high. Well, he released it high because Joey Hayden was bearing down on him. And that's the whole feet don't fail me now.
Right.
Throwing us, get out of the way. That's a freight train coming. Small Blue comes out, 2-by-1 formation. Harkins in the backfield. Quick handoff. And there's a rumble.
Nice run by Dylan Gray.
So Dylan Gray is going to pick up about 13 there, and it's going to be 1st down yardage. Great block by Nick Ratcliffe, pushing inside on that linebacker, seals that and gives him a shoot up the gap up the middle. So good piece of work by that offensive line. Run the same thing again. Gray's going to squeeze forward and pick up a little bit. They got on pile here. Picks up about 2. Maybe closer to 3. So going to bring up second long 7 here. Cougars go stack right, slot left. Gray in the backfield. And the ball's caught. Roman Galkowski makes a nice catch on the sideline with a defender draped all over him.
Heck of a throw, too, to him.
And that's first down yardage.
Harkins steps up, makes the throw. That was a beautiful pass and catch on both ends of that ball. Really good job by Roman Galkowski.
Small Blue has found some of that little outside pass in combination with some inside runs. 71.
Giano Noyo.
It's a big body right there in the middle of the defense.
That is,
But
they
that's
have a couple of them.
2-yard gain brings up 2nd and 8. Harkins keeps himself, makes a nice cut. Makes a couple of people miss, stays on his feet, and Gary Harkins is going to rush down, and he's got first down yardage.
What
So
a
an
run.
8-yard run. He had about 3
Look at
different
him.
times they had him.
Catch me if you can, spinning, twisting. As Chris Berman would say, rumbling, bumbling,
Stumbling,
stumbling.
bumbling, D, all of the above.
Excellent run by Harkins there. That's all heart. That's just want.
That's a senior on senior night in his
Absolutely.
last game at the high school. Galkowski in motion. Comes a jet sweep. And they have team speed, so
Yeah, they were
gonna pick up.
stretching that out.
he's going to pick up half a yard maybe. But there was a whole group on that outside third that was immediately rushing upfield. But a lot of things can happen off a jet sweep,
Right.
and it sets up a lot of things for down the road. So
I do like that. Nobody, we didn't talk about it in the replay, but nobody stayed with Harkins. Everybody went with that jet sweep.
that sets some things up. Harkins in a shotgun, back to pass. And he had Galkowski sitting dead center of the field, not a soul around him. And it got batted down at the line of scrimmage. But
Yeah,
you watch Galkowski come up. He does a simple little in route, and he's by himself. And that's first down and change. So it's going to be 3rd and 9 here.
He had a lot of running room if he had that, but
That was having success on the outside, is opening that middle.
that's the advantage that Winthrop has right now with probably 6'5", 6'6" interior linemen there.
They're big linemen. They're tall, big boys up front for sure. Jet sweep the other direction. And it's going to be Dylan Gray with the inside handoff. And he's going to pick up probably 5. And it's going to bring 4th and 5 here.
Looks like the offense is going to stay
The
on the
offense
field.
stayed there. There was no conversation about anything. Play was delivered, and then they went.
I like it.
Well, they're playing on Winthrop's side of the field at this point. And there's an offside.
And there's that.
That's going to
give
be
him a first down.
defensive movement. They call encroachment on the defense.
And there it is.
And there's the call. So, and that's going to be first down yardage for Mount Blue. And so there's the wrinkle right there. When you say you got to play perfectly, part of playing perfectly is never go on the same cadence twice. They
Right.
got used to something. All of a sudden now something else is brought up, and you get a defensive play. Pure aggression.
Right.
Gonna go, make the play, and use that against them. So
Yeah, you
big
knew
play for the Cougars.
He knew he was going to blitz, and the Cougars did too, and kind of coaxed him into it.
Ooh, he's going to be dragged down right about the line of scrimmage. A nice play by
I think that was
Fickthorn.
Fickthorn on
it
that.
It was, and
he had some running room.
He had a lot of green in front of him. He had a blocker out there, too. So at the end of the first quarter, it's 0-0. We will be back.
Mount Blue TV Sports is brought to you by these generous sponsors. Origin USA, built to believe. Edward Jones Financial Advising. Franklin County Children's Task Force. Franklin Savings Bank. Literacy Volunteers of Franklin and Somerset Counties. Maine Health. Maine Retirement Annuities. The Rotary Club of Farmington. Skowhegan Savings Bank. Jocko Fuel. Hard work, clean fuel, no excuses.
Welcome back as we start second quarter action here. Mount Blue's got the ball on on the Winthrop 43. Second and 10. Ooh, and Hawkins is going to get hit. He's down. You see the ball come up, but he's down as Carter Rand came flying in from the outside. And that just 2 blitzes and 1 blocker. And Reed Kuzno couldn't see beyond Harkins quick enough to get onto that side, and that's where the blitz came from. Winthrop plays those wide players, so one's coming and one's staying. It's kind of a 50-50 crapshoot. If you can't get across there, someone's got a beeline to the quarterback.
That's what speed does for you.
That time it was Rand. So 3rd and 17. This ball's back to midfield. They're setting up an inside middle screen. And that Kuzno caught it in the middle. And it looked like it was going to be there, and then just one kid could affect that, and that's the one kid that did. So it's going to bring up 4th and 15. And Carter meters into punt. Last one was blocked. This one's not blocked. We're going to see what it takes for a roll here. It's going to take the Mount Blue roll down to about the 13-yard line. So we'll see what the laundry is in the middle of the field.
Take a minute while we're waiting for this call. I just got a text from my son who's watching the game tonight, and Gary Harkin's uncle, who's in Belgium. That's where he lives with his wife and daughter. He's watching the game.
Nice.
In Belgium. So, hi, Shane. How you doing? Gary's looking good so far.
So Mount Blue's going to punt again as they called an illegal procedure. And so we'll see if Carter Mita has a magic leg and gets it down there again. Has had 1 block tonight. So that line has got to stick, and here comes the rush again. He gets it off. It's going to take a Mount Blue roll, and it's going to be better off of Mount Blue as that's going to roll down
inside
to
20.
The 15. So nice punt there by Carter Mita to get the ball over and down to the 15.
Concerns me, though. Winthrop is getting a lot of penetration.
There's a lot of penetration on punts. There sure is. And I don't have to tell you how much I like the whole punt game anyway. It's always scary.
I
you
thought
just
when
kick the
we
ball to
coached
that best
together,
player.
I thought when we coached together we said no punts ever.
Right. I still try to live by it. Back to pass. They're going to take a shot down the sideline. And it's incomplete. No, he's going to say it's a catch. As the ball's tipped around, kicked around.
And I think it did. He got lucky. It
Ben
bounced
Porter,
right back to him.
Well, Meter makes an initial play. It should be caught. Then it's dropped. Then it's bounced around, and he's going to come down to midfield, just over midfield, on Mount Blue 49 with it. So very good concentration for Ben Porter to bring that ball in.
That's what it takes. If you're going to be a receiver, nothing should try and you don't let anything stop you from trying to catch that ball.
Bighorn's going to be
Dylan Gray
in the backfield as Dylan Gray just makes that ankle tackle and relentless pursuit. Got close enough and said, I'm giving it a shot. So
just enough to take Vic Thorne down. Excellent play by Dylan Gray.
at least a 6-yard loss. It brings up 2nd and 16. Dylan Gray's been a man on fire this fall.
He has been. He has really, really just come into his own this year.
So shotgun split back to pass. Looking down the sidelines, they're going to launch it. And I think it was out of bounds whether he was going to catch it or not. But Harkins was in coverage, head inside leverage. And
right, he was step for step. And I think you're right, Coach. That one was going to go out of bounds. It was a little too high.
Kind of hoping it was slightly short because Gary had perfect position to grab it. And it's bring up 3rd and 16. 9:04 on a stopped clock. Big spot right here for the Mount Blue defense. Need some penetration here. Matt Wrigley coming on the outside. 2 pressure, he's just thrown away. And that's thrown out of bounds. Going to bring 4th and 16 as Carter Meter was the only person within 15 yards of that ball.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what happened, but
I think that's what the receiver stopped and the quarterback said, oh, he's keeping to go. So
yeah.
So 4th and 16 here. So Winthrop is going to call a timeout as they're signaling from the huddle.
Everybody was counting players. Both teams were counting players. I don't know.
So 4th and 16. Cannon Smith will have a shot at returning a punt here. 8:57.
Games being played, defense is ruling for both teams right now. They're just offenses are moving the ball, but, you know, defense are reigning supreme.
Yeah, a lot of 20-20, and then it's clamped. So we'll see what happens here. Meter on one side, Joey Ratcliffe on the other. Just because I'm always skeptical. Are they punting? Are they trying to come up with something? This will be a punt. It's a good punt to the side. And it's going to roll all the way down to the 19-yard line. So Mount Blue is going to take over. And that's a great defensive stand for Mount Blue right there.
Right after that quick long pass, they pretty much shut it down.
They did, and I think that even that long pass, it was a great throw, it was a great catch. Meter was in position to make the play on that, so, it definitely has been. We got a receiver in the slot open for Mount Blue, then Winthrop sees that, comes back across. There's a quick throw to the outside.
Cannon Smith over there.
And Cannon Smith catches. That's his second one that's been that 7 or 8 yard. Head towards the sticks, turn around. No huddle offense here for Mount Blue. Inside handoff. Gray starts running. He's going to keep his feet. Dylan Gray is going to have first down yardage by the looks. And they call it first down.
First down.
As you can see him hunting that stick, and he was just going with it. So,
And right now, if they continue to play off on those slot receivers, that out pass is going to be there for a while.
Hawkins looks, he just snaps it into Galkowski. Roman Galkowski's going to pick up about 3 quick ones.
That's just like a long handoff.
Yeah, those are running plays. The ball just happens to be in the air for a minute. Quick handoff to Gray again, and Gray's going to push forward and pick up about 3 more and bring up a 3rd and long 3, short 4 situation. As Mount Blue's pace on offense is train wreck right now, and now false start.
And there's the momentum breaker. Hopefully they can regroup now, call a play, take advantage of that again.
Well, 3rd and 3 just third and 3 just became 3rd and 8.
And what they were doing, those quick little out passes, if you saw the linebackers, if you're watching at home, you watch those linebackers, and now they have to slide into those flats a little more.
Yeah, you have to be outside and open up the
protect
middle.
it.
Number 9 here on the end is going to come flying. Carter Meter's going to be
About a yard short.
So he's going to sit down here. We're going to look at him.
Mount Blue's going to line right up. Quick on this.
And that big defensive line, 74 Isaiah Trott, just comes to a dead stop. The world comes to a dead stop. A big 74 gets his meat hooks in right there. He just starts walking Dylan Gray back, and Mount Blue defense is back. So 6:36 here on the clock. Ball at the Mount Blue 39-yard line. Quick toss outside Durant. He makes a cut. And Reed Kuzno runs him down from behind.
Nice tackle by Kuzno.
Kuzno went a long ways to make that tackle.
Good pursuit.
Gain of 6 here brings up a 2nd and 4. 6:16 on the clock. Feith brings in a play. Sets up under center. You don't see a lot of that anymore. It's productive if you're a power running team. Dylan Gray comes in. And that was Fickhorn just fell down as he went to try to make a cut. And that was going to be a collision right there.
That was going to be a collision because Reed Kuzno's
coming full speed. And 3rd and 2 here. 5:35 on the clock. Both teams have their full. Winthrop used a timeout earlier. Mount Blue has a full complement of timeouts. High formation. I'm going to see what the call is here.
Yeah, they're going to call.
They're going to get Mount Blue for encroachment.
Just a little hesitation there.
Yeah, whether you go 6 inches or 6 feet, the penalty's the same. 5 yards and first down for Winthrop. Mount Blue is content with firing linebackers right now. You're going to see one or the other. It's going to be Kuzno or it's going to be Dylan Gray.
One of them's coming.
This time it's both. Matt Wrigley with some pressure on.
Excellent
Beautiful
defense.
play right there.
Cannon Smith
from the safety position comes up. Pressure in the back end. And a bullet thrown out of there by the quarterback. And Cannon Smith comes flying up and makes a great play. That's staying home in his proper position. So nice play by Cannon Smith. Leads to an incomplete pass, bringing up 2nd and 10 here for Winthrop.
There's holding out
That's
there.
a piece of holding right there on Galkowski.
They're not going to call it.
There's no flag, and that was absolutely blatant as he just grabbed him and pulled him.
I don't know how you don't see that one.
I don't
Mike.
either. That's literally right beside the official. They're going to get first down yardage to Winthrop, but that's one of those momentum things too.
Yeah,
I mean, you played it correctly on defense, and so the ball on the 16-yard line here. Winthrop's got first down. 4:23 left in the first half. Big one's going to rumble, and he's going to go into the end zone. I'm not going to discount that touchdown, but I'm going to discount the 16 yards before that.
Yeah.
But either way, Winthrop jumps up 6-0 with 4:11 pending the extra point.
And at some point, one of those guys was going to bust one anyway. So
Yeah.
And now we just have to come back.
That kick
regroup.
is up and good. Well, I think if you ask Coach Collins, hey, with 4 minutes left in the first half, it's a 7-0 game.
Right.
How do you feel? He's going to tell you he feels pretty damn good.
Right. Going against a team with this much talent.
So Mount Blue has 3 timeouts. They're going to receive the kickoff. And they'll receive the kickoff to start the second half as well. So this could be a 2-for-1 situation here.
Could be a game turner right here.
It all starts with a run back. We watched Dylan Gray be an anvil the last couple of weeks.
Okay, both teams are going to go.
They were in the wrong direction to begin with, but Tristian Ortiz ran back early at number 9, just 100 miles an hour up the middle. You're going to see the same thing if it's kicked to either of our returners. So.
We need a big return here. Change the field position.
And here's the kick. And it's going to be Gray. Goes behind the wall. He's still on his feet. He's going to make it out to the 40-yard line. So Dylan Gray is going to return at about 25 yards. And exactly 4 minutes left here in the first half. Mount Blue takes over.
Much better starting field position on this
at
one
the
for
40-yard line.
Mount Blue really needs to just get it going on this drive. Just let's get that offense churning.
That ball falls incomplete as there was a blitzer coming, and Hawkins had to get rid of the ball immediately. Just goes over the head of Roman Galkowski. So that stops the clock with 3:43. Second 10 for the Cougars from their own 40. Hawkins comes around to the outside. He's going to get dragged down. Just shy of the 40.
And I'll tell you, he came all the way from the backside to make that tackle. That was a heck of a defensive play by Brock Dewar.
So 3rd and 11 here with 3:11 on the clock. At some point, we're going to see a vertical route.
I was going to say, there's no safety back.
And Harkins, all kinds of pressure, a bad snap, D, all of the above, but he gets rid of the football. And it's going to 4th and 11, and the punt team's on the field. Meter got a good punt off last time, had a friendly roll. But you know, Coach Moore jumped all over his linemen and said, hey.
Right.
Valley block, step and drive here, boys. As they coming to block it again. This time the ball's kicked off, bounces at the 30. And they're going to pick it up and immediately be taken down. Porter tried to make a play. It's going to be at the 27-yard line.
That's a dangerous play there.
You know, that's the hero of the GOAT, though. You
Right.
pick it up, 2 people miss, you run it 40 yards, everybody says you're great. You pick it up and immediately get hit and fumble, and no, you're horrible.
No.
It's hero and GOAT. So 2:41 on the clock. Winthrop beginning at their own 27-yard line. They have 2 timeouts. The Mount Blue defense has got to stand firm here. Going to be an outside sweep. And somehow he squirted it out. And runs out of bounds.
If there's one thing we cannot do, and that is
But
arm
that's going to
tackle.
be. So
Is there
they've,
a penalty flag?
there's a penalty flag. So it's holding on that outside corner, no different than down there. And there was a false start on the play, too, that wasn't
It
called.
wasn't called. But
So
again,
either way, they're bringing it back.
Mount Blue had a chance to tackle him either way and get the benefit of the holding call.
Got to be a shoulder versus
But
an arm.
These arm tackles are not going to cut it with these running backs.
So first down and 20 now from a 17, 2:28 on the clock. Toss outside. Fitchthorn's going to rush forward, and he's going to pick up about 15. And it's going to bring up second down and about 5. 2 minutes on the running clock.
We'll see what happens here, but right now they're finding success.
They're
off
content
the
with
edge.
running the football, I can tell you that. They just have people bouncing off. So Rand carries it. Emmett Bailey brings him down there. And timeout Winthrop. Minute and 30 seconds on the clock. Winthrop's got it at the 43-yard line, first down. So right now they seem to content to run the football.
They have the lead. We're running the ball. Just stop us. I don't blame them at all. You got to and Mount Blue's just got to wrap. I mean, they're making the
the contact's there, the positioning's good. You just got to follow that with your arms, not just the
Right.
shoulder. And Winthrop's, you'll see them. They'll come out in 12 personnel, and you know they're running the football.
Right. And they're finding success off the edge. They're attacking the edge there. They think they found a little something, and that's what they're doing. They're just from different formations. Like now they're under center, but they're still going to attack the edge. And there it is.
There's the toss. And that's played correctly. Roman Galkowski came up and turned that inside to Matt Wrigley. Matt Wrigley cleaned it up. So
Excellent play. That's what you got to do.
very well done. is you use an outside linebacker to extend that, and Wrigley crushes down inside. So timeout again. Minute and 15 seconds on the clock.
And that's really what you've got to do to stop that off tackle, the edge run. You've got to close that, basically seal the outside. Turn it inside, rely on your linebackers to come up and make those tackles.
So it's 2nd and 13, minute and 15 left. Winthrop is out of timeouts now. Mount Blue has all 3. So we'll see if Coach Collins elects on defense maybe, to use a timeout depending on how it plays out.
Yeah, we'll see what this play does. And
Mount Blue now is playing back. As here comes a pass. Launch down the middle, and the ball's nobody around, but that only took about six or 7 seconds. It's 1:08 on the clock. And it's 3rd and 12, and Winthrop doesn't look comfortable passing the football.
No, it's not. It's not. In all the film I watched, they pass because of their athleticism, and
they're a very athletic team. They're quick. They're good with their feet. They're big up front.
But the Mount Blue defensive front on the pass plays is getting penetration. That's causing the quarterback to throw it a little sooner than what he wants.
So deuces both ways here. Quick shot out,
He
bubble,
put his
and that
knee on
drop.
the ground. I don't know if it was dropped or he tapped his knee down. He
caught it with his knee down. So Mount Blue's going to use a timeout, as it's going to be 4th and 14. So that's what we were just talking about. Coach Collins goes, okay, here's an opportunity. We're going to stop the clock. It's 4th and 14. Yeah. Let them punt, whatever they're going to do, and give our offense, a minute to see what happens. Magic can happen quickly.
And, you look at the receiver over there. He's thinking about catching the ball, and they don't always think about that knee that goes down, but once that knee's down, it's down.
Right, but you want to catch the ball, you want to control the ball, you want to keep it in front of you, and it's only natural. So Mount Blue has Cannon Smith set up. There's a high snap on the punt, and you've got holding as they literally grab Matt Wrigley's jersey.
They're going to call ineligible receivers downfield. That's going to be one of the plays.
Right, well,
and that's going to be all the penalties.
That's literally ridiculous. We just watched it on the replay. Matt Wrigley's running, reach out, grab his jersey, and stop pulling him backwards while the guy punts. So I don't know what's going on that side of the field right now, but there's not going to be a flag coming from there. So Mount Blue is going to take over either way at the Winthrop 39 with 52.8 seconds and 2 timeouts in the bank. Braden Simmons all the way here towards our sideline. Galkowski in motion. There's a fake. No place to go for Harkins. 44 seconds. They got to get on the ball here. Down to 38, and it's rolling. Back to pass. Ball's going to fall incomplete. The attempted hit Cannon Smith over in the short right, and 24.5 seconds on the clock. It's going to be 3rd and 13.
It's been a fun game.
Absolutely. Harkins back. There's the vertical route we've been looking for. And that's going to fall incomplete, but The defense had a shot, the offense had a shot. It just fell right between all of them. Yeah, and it's going to be 4th and 15. 24.5 seconds on the clock. So Meader's got to make sure this time the ball goes down the field.
He's got to catch it.
Got to make sure the ball, no hand on the ball, no nothing. The line's got to hold here. There's a snap. Quickly kicks the ball. And the ball's going to be down right there as it was touched by the offense.
I think they're going to call if.
So Winthrop's going to take over at the 21. Has it hit an offensive player on the fly?
That's what.
Had it hit a defensive player, it's a live football. Offensive player, it's downed.
That's what I was going to say. I think it hit a Mount Blue player as it was coming down, and the ball is down there.
So 9.9 seconds. And it appears to me they're going to take a knee as they're in a tight formation. Takes a knee, and that's going to do it for the first half. From Caldwell Field, Winthrop 7, Cougar 0. We'll be back after half for an exciting second half.
Mount Blue TV Sports is brought to you by these generous sponsors. Origin USA, built to believe. Edward Jones Financial Advising. Franklin County Children's Task Force. Franklin Savings Bank. Literacy Volunteers of Franklin and Somerset Counties. Maine Health. Maine Retirement Annuities. The Rotary Club of Farmington. Skowhegan Savings Bank. Rocco Fuel. Hard work, clean fuel, no excuses.
You are at your place of work really resonates with who you are as a person.
The opportunity to grow here is never ending. I mean, everybody has an input, everybody's voice is heard, I think.
And that I feel is a big piece of why we are considered to be a best place to work. We are an open book, an open door, and always there for our employees.
Thank you for making us one of the best places to work in Maine.
Retirement is your reward for decades of hard work. During your career, you arrived early and stayed late. You sacrificed and saved and carefully followed the route you built for your financial future. And as your success clearly shows, you met every challenge. Now it's time to enjoy life more than you ever have before. Retirement is all about spending time with the people you love while filling your days with the activities you enjoy.
My name is Kirk Doyle, and my clients want a financial advisor that is proactive in reaching out to them and ensuring that they're engaged in the process. I'm not a reactive advisor who is constantly responding to ever-changing market conditions. Rather, my clients and I create a long-term strategy that addresses short-term, medium, and long-term needs and puts a specific plan in place to address all phases of life. I can develop a solutions-based approach tailored to your individual goals and provide exceptional service. I'd love to hear from you if you're looking to build a long-term relationship with a local financial advisor.
Hi, I am Ken Charles, Chief of Police for the town of Farmington. I am also a member of the board for Sexual Assault Prevention and Response Services, otherwise known as SAPRS. This month, we stand together to raise awareness, support survivors, and advocate for change. Sexual assault affects millions nationwide, and it's time we work toward a world where all individuals are respected and safe. We are fortunate to partner with SAPRS to help us respond, help, and advocate for those affected by sexual violence. SAPRS provides supports including a 24/7 helpline, support groups, and one-on-one supports. They also help support and provide advocacy at the hospital, connecting with the police, filing for a protection order, and accessing civil legal services. They also operate Children's Advocacy Center of Androscoggin, Franklin, and Oxford counties, providing a legally sound, trauma-informed process for youth that are affected by sexual violence that are aged 4 to 18. If you or someone you know has experienced sexual assault, help is available. Sexual assault prevention and response services are here to provide you support, provide resources, and a safe space for healing. You are not alone. Please call the main helpline at 1-800-871-7741. Together, let's break the silence, speak out, educate, and empower. Thank you.
If you're enjoying tonight's broadcast, you too can help support Mount Blue TV's live stream coverage of local sports and local events. If you're watching on our Boxcast channel, below the stream you can simply scroll down and click on the donate button, which will bring up a window for you to make a one-time donation of any amount. If you're accessing through our website, or if you'd like to make a donation at another time, you can go to mountbluetv.org, click on donations, and you can make a contribution there. We appreciate any support to help us continue to bring viewers like you quality coverage of community events. The Daily Bulldog is Franklin County's independent, nonprofit, free access digital newspaper. No paywall, no pop-ups, and loaded with local news. To keep it that way, the Daily Bulldog would appreciate your support. You can make a donation of any amount or sign up to be a monthly sponsor. Go to dailybulldog.com and find out more details about how you can support Franklin County's First News.
There's a small college at the foothills of the mountains in western Maine, the University of Maine at Farmington. Smack in the middle of the best skiing, hiking, rafting, and kayaking in the Northeast, near Sugarloaf and Sunday River. Farmington is Maine's nationally ranked college, a U.S. News top college for years and years, and a best value school. A college where professors know you by name and know you as a person. Here you'll learn how to think, not what to think. Our internships, student teaching, and research projects get you ready for your first job and your first promotion. We're not an expensive private school, we're not a big state U, and we're sure not a big city U. We're small and friendly, artsy quirky, really smart, super affordable Farmington. The University of Maine at Farmington, Maine's public liberal arts college that works.
Today, Carrie, we're going to take a trip to Italy. So we're going to make three things. We're going to make a hearty Italian beef soup, spaghetti mangiafuoco. A third dish, cacio e pepe, cheese and pepper.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good. We're going to have some fun.
With Riley Blanchett, Social Services Director at the Franklin County Children's Task Force. We're gonna do a little bit of brainstorming and then turn our brainstorming into a poem and then turn our poem into a mini zine.
Of Smalls Falls. And it's completely something that you would never even picture Smalls Falls to be like. This one is just more of a, I don't know, what I felt. It had nothing, this was blue hour, so that's why it's really blue and it's, you know, sun's gone down at this point.
Right.
So it's a very long exposure, but this is actually taken underneath the footbridge that you go across. So that Maine Falls across the center of the screen looks huge. Those things are only probably like this big, but I'm using a wide-angle lens, and I'm doing trickery, I guess you can say. But I'm changing the perspective, and I just want to, because everyone takes a picture of Smalls Falls, and it's the same picture of Smalls Falls.
Right.
So this was more the artist side coming out, like, all right, I'm going to change this up. I want it to be part of the picture, but I want it to be something different that people go, oh, wow, I want to go check that place out.
Mount Blue TV Sports is brought to you by these generous sponsors. Origin USA, built to believe. Edward Jones Financial Advising. Franklin County Children's Task Force. Franklin Savings Bank. Literacy Volunteers of Franklin and Somerset Counties. Maine Health. Maine Retirement Annuities. The Rotary Club of Farmington. Skowhegan Savings Bank. Jocko Fuel. Hard work, clean fuel, no excuses.
Welcome back to Caldwell Field for the second half with the Mount Blue Cougars and the Winthrop Ramblers. Winthrop nursing a 7-0 lead. Coach D, so Wednesday night, the 22nd, I always talk about my 8th grade team. I'm proud of the boys. So, Andre of Mount Blue TV has said they are going to come down and do a live stream. You said you'll come down and call the game. I'll make sure you have rosters and stuff. Starting at 6 p.m. on next Wednesday, the 22nd. So, be a great night to see the 7th and 8th grade Panthers. If you haven't seen them play yet, they're well worth watching play. They're a great group of kids.
I'm looking forward to it. Always fun to watch future Cougars roll out on the field. And I've seen some video of your team. People, proud parents, are posting it on Facebook and other spots, and there's a lot of talent down there.
Absolutely. So that'll be good on Wednesday. As far as tonight.
And right now you're looking at a picture of the faculty at Mount Blue campus, both Foster Tech and the Mount Blue High School side. Old Coach D's in there somewhere, probably to the back because I have a face made for radio. And
yeah, you can see him.
We're all wearing pink, and we're doing that all month to benefit Martha B. Weber Breast Care Center. And we're trying to raise as much money as we can. Our next goal is 1,000, and we may have reached that today. Today was the second Friday that we did it, and we'll do that through October to raise money for breast cancer.
That's been a great addition to our community, the Martha B. Weber Breast Care Center.
Absolutely.
It wasn't that many years ago that, you were traveling for everything, and there was, more of a hassle. You're already dealing with something pretty bad to begin with, and so it makes it better if you can have it in the, comfort of home. So
absolutely.
Good job to you guys. So second half here, Mount Blue will receive the football. And what Coach Collins tell them at half?
Sustain the blocks. I think that's the difference in the game right now is that it's a back-and-forth game, and right now, offensively, we just need a little more sustained blocking. Winthrop's getting a little too much penetration, wreaking havoc in the backfield.
So I think the screen was set up, that middle screen was set up to slow some of that down, and I got an idea we're probably going to see that again.
Yep.
As that was just simply a single missed block from being a big gainer.
Right.
So, I mean, they've showed the quick stuff to the outsides, a lot of that stuff. When you're in blitz packages and when you're in heavy penetration packages, those can turn into 2-yard pass into a 60-yard run after catch.
Very quickly.
Galkowski sprints up the middle, and he's going to find a little bit of room, and he stays on his feet. And Roman's going to rumble out to about the 44. So
nice.
Good return by Roman Galkowski to start this half for the Cougars.
He did have a little bit of room to the left there had he come out, but put both arms around the ball, securing it, and got as much as he could. That was a nice return by Galkowski there.
So we'll start out the pistol formation. Twins to the right. Wrigley on the left end makes him an eligible receiver. And Kuzno's going to push forward, and he's going to pick up about 2 and bring up a 2nd and 8.
But you saw right there on that play that he had to break a tackle as soon as he took the handoff. The Cougars are going to have to stop that and let that big back Kuzno get a little more momentum before he hits the line of scrimmage.
So Galkowski and Cannon Smith come out on the left. Harkins back to throw. He's going to hit Smith. He's going to pick up about 5. And they have used that kind of, that's the 4th time tonight. So they've used that kind of as an extended run.
It's going to be just a little hook right there. He hooks it right back inside.
And it brings up a 3rd and 4. Well, you hook and hook and hook, and then 1 point you go.
Right.
Like one play sets up the next every time. So third and a long 3, short 4. And Harkins went back to the well. And that ball gets slapped down by number 18, Mason Fish.
Yeah,
And
Fish.
it brings up fourth and long 3, short 4.
The defensive back on that one read it, almost jumped the route. We're kind of lucky that wasn't picked off.
If that would have been, the ball would have been thrown higher. That had pick 6 written all over it. So Mountain Blue, after Winthrop 49, stays in on offense. Cannon Smith's going to break it. He got it inside, and Smith is going to race down the middle of the field. And Cannon Smith's going to have a 49-yard touchdown as you saw the slant open up.
And the safety went for the pick and didn't get it.
So Harkins to Smith with 10:24 here in the third quarter gives Mount Blue an opportunity to tie this ball game up as they put 6 on the board.
I think it was Lucas Rice there from the safety position, went for the pick, missed it, and Cannon Smith made the catch. That's what we needed from the Cougars.
So Cannon Smith also is the kicker. Ball snap is up, and the kick is good.
And we're all tied up.
And Mount Blue makes it even, 7s at 10:24 in the third. And that was slightly, it wasn't over the top, but that route was pushed down the field a little bit. So you've seen the curl, you've seen the curl, you've seen the curl, the hitch, whatever you want to call it. You've seen that, seen that, seen that. Now it's broke off, becomes a slant. Galkowski was running a little hitch. They press forward. The safety tries to jump on the slant. Next thing you know, 49 yards later, it's a tie ball game.
It was deeper, too, so the linebackers didn't have a shot at it. The safety had to try and come up and help, and when he missed that pick attempt, Cannon Smith was off to the races.
And Cannon Smith's a sophomore. And he's going to be set up to kick off here. And Winthrop employs a 6-man front line on kick return. You don't see that a lot anymore either.
No.
But that sure limits the number of flyers you've got coming through. So kick goes deep. It's going to be picked up at the 15. There's a flag on the play. The Porter's going to run it back out. Thomas Farmer's going to make the tackle. Well, we're going to see exactly what the call is here. It's holding. It's going to be holding against Winthrop.
And again, that was a solid return by Winthrop. The holding negated the run back, but
yeah, they don't. All their return men are 100 miles an hour straight up the field. So Winthrop's going to start at their own 37 here. And Galkowski's going to not make. Galkowski had the back in the backfield for a loss.
And that's just a big back.
And that
Mr. Fickthorn is
Fickthorn, he runs hard, and you have to have body all over him, around him, and you got to bring your friends with you.
And you wrap those legs up. Galkowski wrapped, but Fickthorn is a big, strong kid.
So 2nd and 4 here for Winthrop. Inside handoff. There's a stop right there as you got a group of them.
He gave him a yard.
Dane Kuzno. As soon as it starts to get held up a little bit by Nick Ratcliffe, Dane Kuzno comes up and that pile starts going the other direction. So Third and a long one, short two here for Winthrop. 9:15 on the clock.
That Cougar defense, in all honesty, they played pretty well tonight, considering their backs have been against the wall several times.
Absolutely. There's a quick throw to the outside. And a little bubble screen to the outside is going to have first down yardages. They're going to pick up about 7.
And that's just taking advantage of the cushion that the defense has given them, too.
Yeah, they've tried a couple of vertical shots, and that's forced the corners to play a little bit off.
I think if Winthrop had their druthers, they'd rather run the ball.
Oh, absolutely. And here's a run right now. And they're going to pick up about 2 yards maybe. Right in front of us here in the booth. Going to put it at the Mount Blue 47-yard line. Bring up a 2nd and 8. Coach Haynes just checked in. He is officially watching now, so.
Just want to tell you, Coach Haynes, it's cold. People think it's warm in this shack. It's not called the ice shack for nothing.
Yeah, but that clown likes it cold. He'd take 20 below versus 30 above. So 2nd and 8. Back to pass. There's a throw up the middle, and that's going to be beyond everybody. As Carter Meter was running step for step.
Yes, great coverage by
with
Carter
Ben Porter. And it's going to bring up a 3rd and 8. It's good to have Carter back after not having him in the game last. He's just like, he's a Swiss Army knife, you know. He just does a lot of different things for him, so.
Yes, he is. He and young Reed Cousineau came and paid me a visit in my office today.
So 3rd down and 8. Back to pass. It's going to be taken down between Joy Hayden, Matt Wrigley, and Dylan Gray combined, and it's going to be 4th down and 9 here. And once again, that was Galkowski doing a great job of contain. As you saw him slide to the side, force the runner inside. Hard for him to make hay cutting back into the defense. So Roman Galkowski did a great job sealing that corner. He's done that a couple of times tonight and turned into big plays for the Cougars.
A little bit of confusion on the punt here by Winthrop, and they're going to take a timeout.
So timeout Winthrop, 6:51.
Good opportunity to talk about the sponsors.
So, Origin USA, Jocko Fuel, Edward Jones Financial Advisor, Kirk Doyle, Skowhegan Savings Bank, Rotary Club of Farmington, Maine Retirement Annuities, Maine Health, Literacy Volunteers of Franklin Somerset County, Franklin County Children's Task Force, and Franklin Savings Bank. Thanks for the sponsorship. So it's 4th down, punt formation for Winthrop. Cannon Smith is way back. There's a punt, and that's going to be tough for him to make a play on, and that takes a big-time bounce. And we'll see where he downs it. He's going to call it a touchback as he was in the end zone, as that took a huge bounce. Ball landed about the 20 and just went, looking like a line drive single up the middle, and it was headed to the outfield.
Headed into the gap, and that's where it went.
So Mount Blue's going to catch a break on that, as really there was no way Smith could make a play on the ball. So it's going to be Mount Blue first down from the 20. 6:40 here in the 3rd quarter.
And that last play is going to be in the minds of this Winthrop defense now. They know they have to guard against the pass.
Dylan Gray's going to take it. He's going to rumble forward, and Gray's going to pick up about 6 or 7 in a heartbeat.
They're going to give him about 8 on that.
They're going to give him 8, so it's going to be 2nd and 2.
And that's how to do it. You know, just run right at it. And Winthrop's got to loosen up now because
right,
they're worried about that
You
pass.
can tell they're loosened up a little. Another handoff the other way, and Gray going to bust forward again, and Dylan Gray is going to have first down. And back-to-back 8-yard carries. And Mountain Blues move the ball out to the 38-yard line all of a sudden.
That's just hard running there by Gray.
Well, you know, Mountain Blues in a position where they say, hey, we're in the ball game.
Right.
All this hard work pays off at some point. Let's make it today. It's a big-time hit. It's number 52, Brock Dewar, comes flying in, and he's going to hit Cousineau. Soon as Reed gets the ball, he's got a face mask in the chest. So that stops the momentum a little bit, makes it 2nd and 13 here. Trying to see where he came from.
I think he's a middle linebacker.
Harkins back to pass. Hit Smith again on the slant, and he's going to have first down yardage again. As Cannon Smith picks up about 15 there.
And what's happening right there, they are.
Carter Meter's streaking it down the field.
Carter Meter took 2 deep with him, and then Cannon is, you know, slanting in hard off his turn. And those linebackers are going, so nobody's left in the middle to cover.
And that's going to be a handoff to Dylan Gray, and he's going to pick up about 3. Move the ball to the Winthrop side of the field.
Dylan Gray with the carry, brought down by number 52.
And it brings up to 2nd and 7. 4 minutes, 22 seconds on a running clock here in the third quarter. And right now the Lions firing off the ball. Gary's got time to stand in the backfield and make a throw. Routes are developed. It's a lot of good things right now.
And that one.
So Gray's going to squirt.
I think he's going to get back to the line. Oh, no, he's going to lose about a yard.
So it's going to be 3rd and 8.
And I think that was Mr. Dewar in there from that linebacker slot. He came in on that one.
Very active.
He doesn't hold back, does he? He's a defensive player. And some kids are just made that way. They have the nose for the football.
Back to pass. And they're going to run the slant from this side. Cannon Smith makes a couple of people miss, and he's going to race down. They're going to hunt him down, but not until he's around the 6-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal as Harkins to Smith connection is on fire tonight.
And that was just a beautiful pass again by Harkins in on that deep slant. They're basically just getting behind those linebackers and then coming right where the linebackers were.
So 1st and goal here from the 6. There's a bad snap. And they're going to have to just fall on the ball. Harkins falls on it to keep possession. And it's going to be 2nd and Chesterville to the goal line. So they lost about 10 as it's down at the 16, 17-yard line.
Yeah.
And so that changes some things for the Cougars.
That's those mistakes that they can't do. They've got to tighten those up moving forward. But
no running room there.
Honestly, if you look at that, there is only one person on Cannon Smith out here. They're literally giving us that deep slant. And if he has inside position on that.
So 3rd and goal from the 17 here. And this is 2-down territory, as I haven't seen Mount Blue even attempt any form of field goal or anything else here in a tied game with 1 minute and 33 seconds
And
in the third.
They're still giving him that inside route. Oh, and there's
the
pass
flag.
interference. That's
As
going
they
to give
bump
him.
Cannon Smith, when he went inside, he was going to go back outside. He got bumped and pushed right at the goal line.
That's going to be pass interference.
Pass interference on the defense. They're going to mark off 10 yards.
The Winthrop coach is not happy, but that was pretty clearly a he impeded the receiver from making a step toward the ball. So
Going to make a first down for the Cougars. Ball placed at the 10-yard line. Do something with it, guys. You just got to get it.
So 3rd down here for Mount Blue. So 3rd and goal from the 10 here. A little bit more manageable.
and that one may have been tipped at the line of
We're
scrimmage.
going to look. I think it was tipped at the line of scrimmage.
Because it
Gokowski
came out
was
looking good, and then it just took
coming
a dive.
around, and
There it was,
just batted
tipped.
there. So Winthrop got a big paw up and slapped the ball, and now it's 4th and goal from the 10. Hawkins comes over, gets a play, goes back in. Just telling them, you know, Mount Blue wants to put it in the end zone here. So this is a situation where you can plan on seeing 52 brought Dewar screaming it
Yep.
towards the backfield. There it is. It's a throw out to Galkowski, and ball's out of the end zone, and there's nothing doing. It's going to be a turnover on downs. So this is a big spot for Mount Blue defense. Get the ball right back. 1:12 here in the third quarter. As we're back to that defense is tightening up.
Right. But the good thing for the Cougars right there is that where he threw the ball, even if it was going to be picked off, more than likely they're going to be out of bounds.
He's going to be out of bounds when he does it. So 1st and 10 for Winthrop at their own 10-yard line. 1:12 on the clock in the third quarter in a tie ball game. There's a handoff. They're going to rumble forward.
And Fickthorn is just, he does not want to go down.
No, he picks up 6 right there. So 2nd down and a long 4. I mean, it is good to see Sam Ratcliffe in and out of the game.
Yep.
He's getting some time, so. Inside handoff, straight up the middle again. And they're going to pick up a couple. Fickthorn rushes forward, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1. I don't know who grabbed him there, but he had some momentum, and then he just stopped. Low.
So 12 seconds on the clock.
And Winthrop's going to
Winthrop's
take
gonna
it to the fourth quarter.
Going to be okay to just go into the fourth quarter. So fourth quarter time. We'll be back shortly.
Mount Blue TV Sports is brought to you by these generous sponsors. Origin USA, built to believe. Edward Jones Financial Advising. Franklin County Children's Task Force. Franklin Savings Bank. Literacy Volunteers of Franklin and Somerset Counties. Maine Health. Maine Retirement Annuities. The Rotary Club of Farmington. Skowhegan Savings Bank. Jocko Fuel. Hard work, clean fuel, no excuses.
Welcome back to the fourth quarter, Caldwell Field. Winthrop has a 3rd and 1 from their own 18-yard line, and what I'm going to describe as a great ball game.
Excellent ball game.
Very competitive across the board, and it's position versus position at this point. So 3rd and 1. Home crowd gets in. There's a false start.
3rd and 1 becomes 3rd and 6.
3rd and 1 becomes 3rd and 6 here, and that's going to back them up to about the 13-yard line, and that's a big play. You saw the defense start jostling a little, but they didn't break the neutral zone. The offensive left tackle fired off. So 3rd and 6 here for Winthrop. Because I can guarantee you they were set up to just power run the football.
That's what they were going to do. They were going to bring it. And now if you're the Cougars, you just want to keep that in front of you. You want to, nothing big. Don't give up anything big.
Timeout. Winthrop didn't like what they saw, and they called timeout. And in this game right now, timeout's a gold here.
And Winthrop's down to 1. So I'm not sure what they didn't like on that one. They lined it up and looked like they were in their typical formation that they were going to run that big back, but I think he's a little worried because the Cougars were stacking the box. And
yeah, you saw Coach Collins right there talking to the Reed Kuznos and Dylan Grays. So you kind of get the idea, one, if not both, are going here.
Right. And I think the coach of Winthrop, Joel Staunton, saw that.
They're trying to go deep. And that's going to be pass interference.
Yeah.
As Carter Meter didn't get turned around to see the ball. If he got turned around to see it, he'd have picked it.
Right. And by the time he did turn around, he was already into the receiver. That's a good call.
So that's going to be 10 yards and 1st down. But I guess I'd rather give up 10
than that 25.
Than 25 or 30. So, and that ball was clean out to midfield. So 1st down, Winthrop. And that comes out to the 27-yard line. So a sweep towards the outside again.
And that young Mr. Rand.
Carter Rand.
He is just a tough bowling ball of a runner.
Tough and he's fast. You got to get a hold of him up front because once he gets in that secondary, the secondary is doing a great job. But he's going to drag some of them just because mass times speed equals knockout.
Correct.
I mean,
and he runs at 100 miles an hour.
Goes
He
100
doesn't
miles an
slow
hour
down.
For sure. Now they're going to try the sweep in this direction. Galkowski turns it back in. Roman Galkowski is going to make that play on Ficton, and that's a big play right there. As Roman turned it back inside, then collapsed and made the stat.
With a little help from Reed Cousineau, who came up and gave him a pop at the end.
You saw Dylan Gray come hobbling off the field, but they're stretching him right now. I'm going to say
it's a cramp.
Young man has a cramp. Right up the middle. Ficton's going to, we'll see where they mark him.
It's going to be close to a first down.
Going to be just short of the first down. Yeah, it's going to bring up third and a long one, short two. It's a big play here for the Cougar defense. So we're gonna have a penalty flag.
He still is not
right,
going
it's
down.
all gonna be negated. It is. We had a holding call.
From the spot of the holding, though, if they go back 10, it's still going to be
right.
a first down. But I'll tell you, Mr. Rand runs angry. He runs angry. He has that stiff arm out. He's pushing. He's spinning. Call's going to be against the Cougars there.
Don't know. I didn't see it on replay. I just saw a flag thrown. But it was nowhere as near the tackle. So
right.
Unless somebody off the ball was grabbing somebody's
That's the only
face
thing
mask,
I
don't
can
have
think
an
of.
explanation.
Right now, the Cougars need a stop.
But it's first and goal from the 10. Ficton's going right up the middle. There was a flag on the play. So holding called on the field. That's going to back them up to just inside the 20. So first and goal from the 19.
Both of these running backs from Winthrop run angry. Ficton and Rand. Their motors run.
Same play up the middle, and that's big Nick Ratcliffe. Nick Ratcliffe says they got a shoulder.
That's how you bring them down. Well done, Mr. Ratcliffe.
So Nick Ratcliffe with a big-time play right there. Stops the run to a gain of about a yard, and it's going to be second and goal from the 18 here.
Let's see if he can do that again.
Here comes the sweep. Once again, bodies all over. And Daniel Welch comes in and makes a hit on the backside and stops him.
Just watch Rand go. He just breaks those arm tackles. Finally, Daniel Welch gets enough of him to take him to the ground.
So third and goal from the 10.
This is definitely 4 downs for
8:23
Winthrop.
here on the clock in the fourth quarter. Big play here for Mount Blue defense. Back to pass. Slant, and it's going to fall incomplete. As he was looking for Porter. Keith looked for Porter coming across there. Meter was right on the backside in coverage.
And Meter, I think, kind of slapped his hand down once he touched it. Didn't let him reach out with the other hand to make that catch. Nicely done by Carter Meter.
So 4th and 10 here. Huge play for the Mount Blue defense. They've jumped again. It's just thrown. It's going to be knocked down. Cannon Smith knocks him down. Falls incomplete. And it'll be Mount Blue football. Turnover on downs. So Cannon Smith from the safety spot came flying up, knocked the ball down.
Well done, and he was.
That's a big play for Cannon Smith.
He was open for a moment for the touchdown there. I think he was right on the goal line. Well done by Cannon Smith to come up and make that play. So the Cougars take over 1st and 10 at their own 10. Harkins in the pistol. Handoff's going to go to Gray, and he's going to be met right after the handoff. He's going to lose about 2 on the play. Leia Nongno made the play on that. So Cougars going to have 2nd and about 12.
So Cannon Smith split near side. Harkins back to pass. He's going to see Galkowski outside and just misses Roman with 1st down yardage.
Wow. That was
Let's
a beautiful pass.
Great cut to the outside, and everything's just out of the reach. But that may set up the Cannon Smith from this side on the slant again.
Right.
We've seen it several times as they're the safety. Everybody rolled to that side of the field as Gary Lee was looking that way. So we'll see what happens here as that slant's open again. And that's going to be pass interference. There's no question about that.
And again, the Winthrop coaches are going ballistic.
Right,
but
that
was
you watched it on film.
Early.
He was early. And it's going to become 3rd and 2 when they mark this up. As you remember in high school, it's not automatic first down. It's not a spot penalty. It's 10 yards.
But they're going to give him 15 yards.
15 yards, rather, and Mount Blue needed 12. So 1st down Cougars, 7:09 on the clock here in the 4th quarter in a tied ball game.
Cougars really need to keep this drive going. Milk the clock, get down close enough to make that score.
No, the ball's in and out. He's down, but the ball's in and out of Galkowski's hands. And Winthrop's going to take it over.
Yeah, that pass was right on by Harkins.
It's the hard part with throwing in the middle of the field. If it's not caught by you, it will be caught by somebody else.
Right. Turnover. Now the Mount Blue defense is going to have to go to work here.
So Winthrop takes over at the Mount Blue 30. And Galkowski makes a nice play on the outside with Nick Ratcliffe on the inside.
That's what you got to do. He just wrapped him up immediately.
Push him back inside, and there's Big Nick saying, come on down. Momentum stops, and it's a pickup of just under a yard. And 2nd, a long 9 here for Winthrop, 6:34 on the clock. Spread out trying to run off tackle. Dylan Gray and Cousineau are going to stand that up on the corner, and that's actually going to be a loss. We'll see where he marks it.
Oh, they're going to give him the line of scrimmage.
He Yeah, they give him line of scrimmage and a half an inch. And now it's 3rd and 9.
And that time Rand was in the fullback position for Fickthorn.
Right, they've swapped back a couple
Right.
of times. One's a 2-back, one's a 3-back, and they're different the next series, so. Here's a pass. And it's going to be caught.
That was a heck of a catch.
And that was Joe Hayden right in the quarterback's face. Launched it knowing he's taking a shot.
Fife stood in there and took the hit and delivered the pass. It was wobbly, but it was accurate enough to so the receiver could make the play on that.
So 1st and goal from the 9 here for Winthrop. So Rand carries it forward. 72, Daniel Welch makes a stop. And
it's going to be at
now
about
it's
the
2nd.
6. Just outside the 5 there, I think.
Yeah, we'll call it 2nd and 6.
Not quite sure if it's on the 6, but it's pretty close.
Between the 5 and the 6, so. Inside, he's going to just rumble through. As Fickthorn just, there was a gaping hole right there as he was the immediate quick back. And
that was a quick hitter into the middle of the line. And as you can see there, just great blocking up front by Winthrop on that one. Fickthorn was able to pick his way into the end zone.
4:35 left in the 4th quarter. Winthrop trying to go up by 7. Porter Lavigny. They do a fake.
And it's no good.
And it's not going to be good. So, big stop by Mount Blue here.
I think they went for 2 on that. It looked to me like they went for 2.
It would have made 0 sense to.
I don't understand that.
I think that just happened to be a circumstance because they would not have attempted to go up by 8 instead of 7, like in my mind anyway.
It makes no sense, but I mean, the holder literally just stood up and started rolling out. It looked like he had a chance to put the ball down.
So a 13-7. Mount Blue with 3 timeouts, 4 minutes and 35 seconds to work with. And it all starts right here with a return.
It's one of those great mysteries of life. I don't know. Like years ago, you remember when Mount Blue won the championship? MDI rolled the ball down the field with the double wing offense. They're at the 3-yard line. They decide to throw it.
And then I'm going to throw the football. Yep.
And it got picked, and the rest is history. Mount Blue went on to win the state championship.
So they're going to go with a short kick. And Carter Meter just going to drop. Ray catches it, and that's not too bad, 33 yards.
Yeah, and I think Carter Meter's a little sore. This is his first game back from getting that contusion on his ribs. He came to the sidelines pretty gingerly on that. He's a tough kid, though. Great kid, tough kid.
So 4:31 on the clock. Mount Blue starting at their own 34-yard line. There's not going to be any running room out there. Hagen keeps it himself, and he's going to lose about 3. And it's going to be 2nd and 13 here for Mount Blue.
And Mount Blue just needs to keep getting positive yardage because You know, they're down. They're going to go 4 downs. This is everything is 4 down territory for them right now.
Do or die situation, no question. Ball came funny off Gary's hand right there. It came kind of sidearm.
And I think he threw it sidearm because he had a defender in there. The pressure that Winthrop's putting on is really, he's got to get rid of the ball quick.
So 3rd and 13 here. 3:48 left in the fourth quarter. Mount Blue trailing by 6. They're going to blitz him from the outside. And it's going to fall incomplete as they tried that go route.
Just a little long for Smith on that one.
So it's going to be 4th and 13.
Coach
Mount Blue has 3 timeouts.
They're going to rely on that defense to hold.
They trust what that defense is doing for sure. We're going to see what it takes for a bounce, and that's going to do Mount Blue bounce, and it's going to keep rolling down just outside the 30-yard line. So 3 minutes and 31 seconds. So in order for the timeouts and stuff to matter, you're going to have to get a couple of stops on a down or two.
Right. Winthrop's going to keep the ball on the ground, hoping to keep that clock running, and Mount Blue has got to make a stop. I think we're going to get a heavy dose of Rand and Fichthorn here.
So Stowell will throw out. And Matt Wrigley's going to take him down for a loss.
And he took the...
As Rand, he went to make a cut and started
Right.
to lose his feet, and it happened to be right there in front of Wrigley, and Wrigley finishes the play.
And the big offensive tackle, Nyono, was getting pushed back by Wrigley, and that's why Rand had to make that cut to the inside.
So it's a loss of 4, bringing up 2nd and 14 for Winthrop.
That's what the Cougars wanted. That's how they wanted to start this.
They're going to go a sweep to the right. There's the cut. Yeah, they're going to come to a stop. He's going to pick up about 6. Timeout by Mount Blue. And Fichthorn's going to pick up about 6 or 7, and it's going to be 3rd and 6 here. So that's the first of the 3 timeouts that Coach Collins has to work with here. And he stops the clock with 2:39. So here's where the second one has to matter. We need a loss, either a loss or stop them at the line of scrimmage, something that makes it so they have to take a guess on 4th and 6.
Right. I would imagine, though, 4th and 6, they're going to punt it. They're not going to try it from there
absolutely.
and give Mount Blue the short field.
Right, no, absolutely.
The Cougars definitely need a stop here, though.
But the stop here is what forces them to punt the football. So 3rd and 6 with 2:39 on the clock. And once again, it's big play time for the Cougar defense. You know Winthrop's not going to air the ball out.
Nope.
So there's the same sweep they've been running, and there's nobody there to stop it, and that's going to be
Gary Harkins on the big hit. That's going to be a first down.
Right, that's first down material. And with 2:31 on the clock, and Mount Blue only has 2 timeouts.
It's getting hard now.
You need a turnover.
First one's got to wrap up the runner. The second one's got to come in and sweep for the ball.
And both of the way those boys run the football, they're not going to give it up easily either.
No, I don't believe so. And Rand is he is a powerhouse.
Just
He
will
is,
not go down.
He is TNT packed in a 5'5" body.
So that's all the way down to the Cougar 35.
And
that'll end it for all intents and purposes, as Mount Blue can stop the clock twice, and we're at 2:20.
Right.
So
Unless there's a turnover, they can pretty much run the clock from here because they'll have 4 downs. And that's going to put them down to about 30 seconds left without any timeouts.
As Victon runs around the right end.
And he's going to have
10
the
more.
first down.
And it's timeout Mount Blue. Minute and 51 seconds left here in the fourth. That's what we talked about earlier with timeouts matter, but you have to get a stop for them to matter. Because it's now 1st and 10.
And the Cougars can only stop the clock one more time.
So, pretty good crowd here tonight for senior night.
Yeah, it's good to see.
I know pulling in for the first time in a while, I had to park up on this end. I was doing stuff at the garage and all that. So usually I'm here by 5:45, and today I was 6:15. There was a difference in parking. So
That was false start, which isn't going to be called.
Victor's just going to rush up the middle here.
I don't even know what that was. The entire offensive line moved. The ball was snapped. No flags.
So 2nd and 3, Mount Blue stops the clock, and that's the last time they can. Minute and 23 seconds on the clock.
Yeah.
So 1:23 on the clock. Mount Blue can't do a thing to stop it anymore. 2nd 10. Winthrop can just take a knee here in victory formation.
Yeah. But I don't understand how that play started. I mean, everybody on the offensive line was moving when the ball was snapped. And no call, nothing. Just let it run. Winthrop may hand it off here, but they're going to go into the victory formation after this play, and that'll do it. As soon as the ball is set, the clock's going to start.
Yep.
And Winthrop will have to snap the ball, but
they'll snap it twice and be done with it.
And so
at the exactly 1 minute.
At the end of tonight's game, the Cougars are planning on doing a walk down the field for the seniors because this will be their last game on Caldwell Field. And there's the knee.
Yeah, and they'll snap it one more time with about 15 seconds left, and it'll be ball game.
It's a great effort tonight by both teams, though, an entertaining game.
Absolutely, very hard fought.
And that'll do it.
That's gonna do it. So Mount Blue's gonna follow the Winthrop 13-7 in a great game, and this is 100% could have gone either way.
Correct.
And so 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds.
And looking at Winthrop's season, this is the closest game they've been in. Most of their games have been in the 50s to 7, and
yeah,
so,
Mount Blue's defense came to play today for sure.
and
So,
they had the chances. Mount Blue had the chances twice inside the 20 that they didn't score. So,
well, we'll be back with some final thoughts right after this quick break from Caldwell Field.
Mount Blue TV Sports is brought to you by these generous sponsors. Origin USA, built to believe. Edward Jones Financial Advising. Franklin County Children's Task Force. Franklin Savings Bank. Literacy Volunteers of Franklin and Somerset Counties. Maine Health. Maine Retirement Annuities. The Rotary Club of Farmington. Skowhegan Savings Bank. Jocko Fuel. Hard work, clean fuel, no excuses.
Welcome back to Caldwell Field. Coach Darenpool, on the scoreboard, it's going to be Winthrop 13, Mount Blue 7. But I don't think it's out of the thin air that I could say this is the best game I've seen Mount Blue play in the last couple of years.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, I know they won in Brunswick, but this game tonight,
going against, and the thing is, Coach,
I sure thought it was going to be a whole different score than what it is.
Right. The way Winthrop came out and took that opening kickoff down to the 6-yard line and then turned it over on downs. So this is a great team walk that's doing it right now to celebrate the seniors. And people can say what they want. Winthrop, yes, they're a Class D team, but it wasn't so many years ago that Leavitt, a Class C team, pounded all the Class A teams. And when you've got a team as talented as Winthrop is, I don't think it really makes a difference who they're going to play.
Yeah, no, they're here to attempt to play football for sure. But I just saw a lot of positive things tonight from Mount Blue.
Absolutely.
Saw moments that the offensive line were dominating the game, moments the defensive line were dominating the game, moments when the backfield were great, moments when the defensive backfield was great. Linebackers played extremely well. There was a lot of positives from this game.
Those slant passes to Cannon Smith, he had to have had over 100 yards receiving, well over 100 yards receiving.
Oh, absolutely.
And Gary Harkins probably had close to 170 yards passing.
Yeah, I mean, and this is an emotional time for these seniors. They walk down the field. And Winthrop, being the sportsman-minded program that they are, have stepped back out of the end zone for their celebration to let these guys walk down the field. So kudos to the Winthrop staff down there.
Absolutely.
And the players shaking hands and
to the Winthrop fans who are respecting what's going on and understanding, what football means to these young men. They're standing there clapping over there. That's good to see. This was a hard-fought football game, and sometimes we forget with everything that's going on in the world that sometimes it's just simple things like this, kids playing football.
And for those seniors right there, this is one of the biggest moments of their life. Their absolute passion. Mount Blue Cougar football. They don't do it at Caldwell Field anymore. So it's a great time to take that walk with their teammates and
absolutely
appreciate Winthrop. So, next week, Scow Vegas.
Scow Vegas.
Remember, Wednesday night, 6 p.m. kickoff. Mount Blue TV will bring you the 7th and 8th grade Mount Blue Area Youth Football Panthers. And I can't wait for you to see my boys. You're going to like them.
I'm pumped up, ready to go. We'll have my best vocal cords on, however that works.
So, for Andre, our producer, Coach D, Galen Dample, Coach Haynes, back in the comfy chair, I'm Ron Smith. Have a great night.
Good night.
Mount Blue TV Sports is brought to you by these generous sponsors. Origin USA, built to believe. Edward Jones Financial Advising. Franklin County Children's Task Force. Franklin Savings Bank. Literacy Volunteers of Franklin and Somerset Counties. Maine Health. Maine Retirement Annuities. The Rotary Club of Farmington. Skowhegan Savings Bank. Jocko Fuel. Hard work, clean fuel, no excuses.